Hello! It's week 2 of the Tome Topple. So, if you watched my first week vlog, you know that I finished 7 Killings by Marlon James, and it was incredible. If you read Marlon James before, I think it's very indicative of his work. It was very similar, it takes you on a wild ride, and you are questioning your own sanity for a few chapters there for a minute. It's so good. Okay, it's Saturday. I'm having a comfy Saturday at home during this pandemic, and we are going to continue reading Priory of the Orange Tree. My goal today is to get, this one's been a slow read for me a little bit, but my goal today is to get halfway through the book. I am currently 30% through, so I need to read about 150 pages, I think, in order to get to 50%, so no big deal. Then the next book I'm going to read is going to be Captain Blue Bear, which, how cute is this? My books totally match. They're so cute. Haven't started reading this one. I've owned this book forever. Can't wait to start reading it. I think this one is actually going to start. I think this one's actually going to be a really quick read for me. That's it. That's all I have to say, I think. Okay, so I'm at chapter 30 of this book. Here are my thoughts. I still think that there's an imbalance in how much I care about each side. I think that's being rectified now, but I'm 40% through this book, and this whole time I have cared for one side more than the other, and it feels like because it's split evenly, you go from east to west point of view, back and forth, that stuff is happening in one place, and then we go to the other place and we kind of have to like fill that time. So it's like, and it lends itself to, I don't want to say it's info dumpy because I don't have enough experience in that, but I would much rather somebody explain settings because characters are interacting with the settings, I guess, because there's action in a spot and then we stop and just like lay out what that person's wearing, and that just feels like useless, especially if you're telling me every single thing that character is wearing, but really we only care about the color of their tunic, then I don't care what shoes they're wearing, I guess. But also I understand that it's trying to like set up the whole scene for us, I guess. I don't know. Some things are interesting and some things are not. I think that there are characters that are being offed, and sometimes it's successful and you cared about that character and you feel sad, and then in other times it's like, okay. And I feel like that can't have been the ideal way to do that, right? Because we don't care about it. We should just care because the character says they care about it. Like, that just feels like, nah. So I think the stuff that's happening, I'm still interested and excited to see the next, like, how that plays out. But the writing style for me is a little bit lackluster, and I'm waiting for it to get better. It's like building up, maybe still, like the author had an idea and they're really going to be great when they get to the idea, but as we're building up, it just feels a little stinted, and it's not a book that I want to keep picking up. I am like making myself pick it up, and not horribly. There are some things that I'm not forcing myself to read it. I'm still enjoying it. But I think that's why I'm taking so long in reading it. I'm at 42%. My goal is to be at 50%. I just have 8% more to go, so until my goal. And then, yeah, we'll see. I think I might switch over to 13 and a half lives just because it seems fun and I want to start it. And yeah, other than that, just hanging out and reading. My housemates and my partner went to the store earlier, so we got new snacks. That's it. That's all that's happened. All right, talk to you later. Peace. Goodbye. You're never gonna believe what I'm watching.
Asking you to be mindful. Rachel?
What is Men at Work?
That's right.
Trail 600.
Bon Jovi.
It's Jeopardy again.
With this sign, also the time.
Oh, they look naked.
Well, we're going to bed. We ordered sushi for dinner, which is delicious. And then we watched Glow Up, which is a competition makeup show.
Ding dong, darling.
You love it and you hate it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna start 13 and a half lives of Captain Bluebear because I want to know how it starts. I want to get a go on this book. And then we'll go to bed. Okay, good night. See you tomorrow. Peace out. Good morning, everyone. It's, oh my God, what day is it? Sunday. I don't know why I almost said Tuesday. It's Sunday. And last night I started 13 and a half lives of Captain Bluebear. And I think I am still in a part that I've read before because I did start this book previously and then put it down for some unknown reason. So I do sort of recognize what's happening. But overall, it is just like this lovely little Saturday morning cartoon. It's weird and absurd and funny and overall just really fun. So that's really nice and a good contrast to the books that I was just reading. What are our thoughts for today? I'm going to continue in 13 and a half lives. I would love to read 10 chapters of Priory, but we'll see what I get to. I think we'll shoot for half that. 5 chapters in Priory. Keep going in Captain Bluebear. Oh, look, there's a cup back there. That's probably mine. Let's be honest, that's fine. Yeah. That's it. That's all we're doing today. Well, reading-wise, anyway. Hey, check it out. I picked up my sock that I haven't worked on in forever. That's an interesting impulse that I had. That's not yours. You're gonna break it. Ew, it just came out of your throat. Why? Why do you always do that? You recognize yourself? I just wanted to stop real quick and show everybody this page because I thought it was cool. Isn't it cool? This book is the best. You think the world wants more Rigby content? Very flattering. Hello. I'm in my bed now because I wanted to be. They're playing Mario Kart. I got to page 211 in 13 and a half lives of Captain Bluebear, and it's super great. I'm loving it. I think though it's super smart. There's a lot of big words and there's like scientific stuff in it. I think this is just like the cutest, most adorable, like big book to read your kids at night. So far, keeping this book that I've had forever in my life, forever. Yeah, because it's super fun and like cutesy, but also like you're probably gonna learn stuff. Maybe. At least what big words mean, right? Anyway, that's the update so far. Jake's making a pie, so maybe we'll go watch what he's doing. I don't know where Jake went, but this is the inside of the pie.
Try it.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my God, if you go outside, make sure to tell everyone that you love me. I'm sure.
How dare the Amazon people not drop off my stuff yet?
I love cherry pie.
Tastes so good.
Yummy, 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 yummy. This here is a crust.
Was the cherry good?
Go. Become a pie. All right, fine.
Do my best. Ready?
Oh my
you're
God. It's going in. All right, I'm gonna eat this plum and I'm gonna make some coffee because I want it. Okie dokie doke, I made myself a coffee and grilled cheese because I'm hungry. Thank you for joining me on this lunch recap. Bye. Hello. Yes. I am playing Overcooked again. It's the best game in the world. Everybody should get it. The end. Right. All right. Ouchie. We're about to see how it came out. Oh my God, are you excited?
Freak house. Okay.
Okay. First cut's always hardest.
Yeah. Oh, looks pretty good.
Look at these beauties. Look at these beauties. Oh yeah. But. Hold on, let me try that again. Good morning, everyone. We are in Monday. I have news. It's not great, but I have decided to not necessarily DNF, but I'm gonna put down Prior the Orange Tree for the rest of this Tome Topple, probably. I'm just not connecting with any characters. I'm frustrated because I like the story, but there's such a lack of finesse and emotion in the writing that I literally am just struggling through it. Reading 3 chapters is like such a feat, and I just can't keep reading a book that's taking that long right now. I'm not gonna put it down forever, probably. I do want to finish it, but update, I'm not enjoying it as much as I would have hoped, which really sucks. So I'm gonna keep reading 13.5 Lives of Captain Blue Bear, and then I'm also gonna pick up The Way of Kings because I would like to start that during this Tome Topple, and we'll see if I like that. I hope so, please. I hope I like it. Yeah, so that's the update. You're not going to see any more Priory content for this Tome Topple. Sorry. So I'm about halfway through 13.5 Lives. Don't mind my tabs. And I'm having a great time. It's so fun and wild. I can't stop. I just want to keep going. I'm about halfway through. I'm gonna stop for lunch now. We'll see what I pick up after that. Because this one's just so good. I can't stop. If you haven't picked this one up, you definitely should, because it's awesome. Ooh, what? I just read the like prologue and opening chapter. I'm so excited. Well, I'm gonna get back to this. Bye. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. I thought I was gonna come outside and read a little bit, but it's 9:30 in the morning and it's already over 80 degrees, so no, I think I'm gonna go back inside. Thank you, bye. I would like to take a shower now. Can I take a shower? Please, can I take a shower? Is my honey in? What's it doing? Why does it sound like that? Is this safe? Well, I'm gonna get it anyway. Hello, everyone. Today is a weird day. It's just like slow. I was bored, so I took a shower and then I took a bath. Can't hold my camera, that's for sure. I tried to read more Blade of Kings because let me just say, I have never been so obsessed with a book so early, and I think I want to know everything about every character immediately, and that's what I was lacking in Priory. And I really thought that I would need to slug through like a lot of this book because it's the first book in the series and it's an epic fantasy and there's a lot of world building and stuff like that, all the stuff people tell you. But it was immediately, the prologue was amazing. The first chapter was like beating the final boss in a video game. That was freaking cool. So it's just like really cool all of a sudden, so far. And I can't wait to read it. And so I tried to read it in the bath, but turns out I just could not get comfortable. And holding this little brick, it's harder than I thought. Other than that, nothing's happening today. We're all just like very quiet. We're kind of on our phones. So we're just gonna continue doing that. Stay hydrated. That's all I can do. You know, when you get to your, 200th day of not having to do anything because you're stuck in quarantine, you have days where it's just nothing. And that's all right. We're gonna be okay with that today. All right, checking with you guys later. Are you serious? You are? You're totally serious? This is all my bath bomb stuff. It's all glitter. You're gonna get all glittery. What is happening? What's going on? No, that's a look. Oof. Hello everyone. It is, It is Thursday. Hey Sterling. I skipped a chunk of, shut up, I'm trying to film. Skipped a chunk of filming in the middle of the week again. Because that quarantine depression is real. Yeah. Sorry, the fan is on because it's also 107 degrees out. Living in the valley. It's just been a long week, seems like. But I have been doing some reading. I got past the first part of The Way of Kings, which is just amazing. I mean, we're now in the second part. We're learning about new characters, but every character that's introduced, I just want to know their whole life story. So the fact that these books are so long and they're still coming out is just really exciting for me. And that I'm liking them makes me feel cool because it's a long book. So Tome Topple success. I'm to the last 1.5 lives of Captain Blue Bear. We're gonna go into life number 12 today, but it is the longest part of the book because we're gonna start wrapping it up. So cute. I'm loving it. It's totally absurd. It's just this little blue bear and him learning how to live in these wild and crazy ways. It's just like the development of this really smart Captain Blue Bear. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go have some coffee. I have a headache, which is so typical. And I'll probably do some reading. We'll see. We're gonna take this week nice and slow because it's quarantine and we gotta be nice to ourselves and each other. You're not gonna do it because I'm filming. Why are you so wet? Look at your face.
She lets it fall down her side and then she just lifts it up. It's so cute.
You're so wet.
Kind of nice. Just eat the grapes.
Spilling.
Yeah?
Oh, it's a big book. Can't open it with one hand. Where's my bookmark? Here we go. We're going to Atlantis, baby. So I totally lost track of time and I've been reading for like 3 hours. But I am now on the last part of 13.5 lives of Captain Blue Bear. And it's great. That last chapter was like 200 pages long, so forgive me. But I also really enjoy it because it's all about like mythical creatures and stuff. And humans are there, but they're kind of generally like disliked, which I can't like disagree with, you know, especially right now, seeing as what's happening in the world. If I were a blue bear or a troglodyte troll or all of these other creatures, I wouldn't like humans either. But that's beside the point. The book is great, and I do highly recommend it. I finished 13.5 lives of Captain Blue Bear, so now I'm gonna eat some pizza. Because, you know, after a book well read, time to eat. Hello. Well, that is Thursday, you know. Not a lot happened. We just watched a bunch of Jeopardy because that's what we do. Now we're gonna listen to a couple chapters of 50 Shades Darker because we love to torture ourselves. And why not? I finished 13.5 lives of Captain Blue Bear. It was so great. literally the book is not something that you're like, wow, I get a big ol' like moral payout after it. It was just kind of absurd and fun and about this super smart blue bear, and it was really sweet. I really enjoyed it. That's it. Tomorrow's the last day. There's no way that I'm gonna like finish this book tomorrow, but I'd like to get to page like 500 if I can. But I think it was pretty successful Tome Topple. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Hello. It's the last day of Tome Topple, and we're gonna try to get through some more pages of The Way of Kings, and then I'll wrap up the whole week. And we made it. 2 weeks of reading really big books. Oh, I'm gonna go get some coffee. Bye.
Dr. Greg was the doctor who treated him when they found him in the apartment. Yeah. Because his mom just like died.
I don't know if you can see it, but our sky is like white because of all the wildfires and stuff. And I'd like to say that my weather app says that the air quality is moderate. I feel like there's no way this is safe for everybody to be breathing it in. Oops. Kicking cat bowls over. I think on the camera it looks like a lot more blue than it does, but in person it's real like smoggy out here. Okay, so for it being the last day of the Tome Topple, I've done very little reading. So I've stolen away into the bedroom to get some reading done. I'm not gonna finish, obviously that would be wild. But I'm gonna get, I want to get like 200 more pages in, maybe. I mean, 100 more pages in would make me feel good. But today I've just been playing a lot of Mario Kart and watching The Floor is Lava, so really have my priorities straight. Okay, I'm gonna get reading. Hello everyone. You made it to the end of the vlog. Tome Topple is over officially. So I thought I would go over quickly what I ended up reading. Let's see. So this is the stack that I was supposed to read. Well, that I gave myself the prompts for. Ugh. Nope, there's one more in there. Ugh. Big books. I had 5 books picked up. See? Now let's just go over what I read. So for the first week, I picked Priory of the Orange Tree and A Brief History of 7 Killings. I did finish Brief History of 7 Killings by Marlon James. I thought it was incredible. Gave this one, I think, 5 stars. I would probably give this 5 stars. It was incredible. The research was incredible. The way it's written is incredible. It makes you feel wild while you're reading it because you're thrown into the emotions of every character. Highly recommend. It is not an easy read. It is hard to get through. The way it's written is different than anything that I've read. But I've also read Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James, and that's also in the same like vein. It's hard to read, but it's so good. It's so worth it. So incredible. I finished. And then I read Priory of the Orange Tree, and I literally got this far halfway through the book before deciding to put it down for Tome Topple. I have mixed feelings about this book because I like the story. I think I like the characters, but I don't like the writing. When I decided to put this book down in the middle of the second week, or the beginning, I guess it was the beginning of the second week, I spent the next 2 days ranting because I was so disappointed. It checks so many boxes, and yet I could not get through it. I didn't care. There was nothing in the book that made me feel like I was connecting to the writing in any way. It was just telling me what I should feel, telling me what the story was instead of showing me. There was no emotional stakes at all. It felt like there's supposed to be, there should have been emotional stakes, but I just didn't. I didn't feel it. And there was no, there's a female-female romance. And I don't know if this is a spoiler, so skip ahead if it is. There's a female-female romance, and that romance, I'm halfway through the book and it just introduced itself, and that's it. That's how it feels. It just introduces itself and then you don't get it anymore. Or basically the two characters are like separated then, and there was no pining. There was barely any emotions before it happened. It gave me nothing. I was so disappointed with this book, and I want to read it because the idea, so when I read it and then I think about it in my head gives me all the stuff that I want, but my brain shouldn't be giving me more than the book is giving, right? Like, I think it's just because I like the story and I think the setting is cool, but I don't like the writing. But I still want to finish it. So I'm not DNFing it, but I'm DNFing it. I don't even know. I don't know what I plan to do with it. But that's how I feel about Pride of the Orange Tree. So I put that one down and I picked up 13 and a Half Lives Captain Blue Bear, which I did finish. I loved it. I read it along with the audiobook, and the performance from the narrator was awesome and incredible. And this book is just absurdist. It has a bunch of, it's basically an encyclopedia of Zamonia, which is this place that it takes place in the world. And I think the coolest part, like, look at this map. It has the world, but then there's like other places that they're like little islands of places intermingled with it, and that's where all these characters are from. And it was awesome. I just had so much fun. It was just absurd, you know, and it's just Blue Bear, and he writes his memoir because he learns all this stuff through experience. So he writes this book, and it was just so fun. I loved it. Wouldn't change a thing. It was so fun. And I mean, it's written a little bit like a text, like an encyclopedia. So a lot of people, I feel like, had a problem with like, why don't you just like skip that stuff, like skip ahead. But I think because of the way it's written, it was like perfect, and it shows like how much the author really created this world and really went into it. And it is like, I mean, I guess the word info dumpy is right, but it's supposed to be. It's like done that on purpose. I thought it was great. I super enjoyed it. And the last book that I picked up, so I didn't end up getting to The Warmth of Other Suns. I still plan on reading this. I didn't end up getting to it. My roommate's reading it though. Look how far he is. Halfway through, pretty good. I picked up The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, and holy moly, I have never fallen in love with a book so fast in my life. I feel like I picked this book up, and by the prologue I was like, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be the best. I am 378 page. I'm chapter 20, so I've read this much, which when you look at this little brick, it doesn't look like much, but I'm proud of myself. I had kind of a weird reading week too. It was off and on. It's not like I don't have time, but my brain just like sometimes loses the capacity for anything that's not just like trying to numb my senses. So that's what was happening this week. But this Tome Topple really made me fall in love with a new series. And I know I'm not even 400 pages into it, but that's what I mean. I was like, but excuse me, this is a great book. And a lot of people told me not to start with this one, but I think I'm fine. I think I'm doing well. Yeah, I think this Tome Topple was great. I ended up reading 2 and a little bit books in 2 weeks. That's not bad. It's not horrible. These books are long. What? And really, I read 2 and a half and a quarter. 2 and a half and a quarter. So 2 3/4 of a book. Because I read half of Priory, and just because I didn't get to the end of it doesn't mean I didn't read a lot of it. I mean, what page do I get to? I got to 407. That's a whole book. I just stopped. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching this Tome Topple week 2 vlog and this baby wrap up at the end, and Sterling in here sleeping in the background. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.